chapter 15, verse 13 says, Luke chapter 15, verse 13 says, "And not many days after, the younger son gathered all together and took his journey into a far country, and there wasted his substance with riotous living." Well, I think I'm going to go out, I'm going to go to a sports rally, I'm going to go out and get drunk, I'm going to go out and hang around with some females that are going to ask me for money in order to do things that only a wife should do, and I'm going to go out and I'm going to spend it on parties, I'm going to go spend my money. And you say, well, that's a sinful way to do it. And I say, okay, well, Christians say, let me buy an expensive phone so I can watch entertainment, and let me buy a nice TV, and let me buy a nice car, and let me buy a nice house, and let me buy for the, what's the fad that Christians do now? Escape rooms. Go to an escape room. That's really popular among Christians today. And other things like that. You're wasting your substance on useless and vain living. Why would you not rather use your substance to pay for the gas to travel for evangelism? Or maybe pay for tracts, maybe pay for the work of the church and to pay for missionaries to go out? And you say, well, okay, maybe I don't have money. Okay, well, you can spend your time. You're supposed to redeem your time. The days are evil. You know, you may or may not have money to give towards something, but you have time. And how you spend your time is up to you. You say, well, I work a full-time job. So do me. So do I. Stop complaining. So do many other people. Stop complaining. You know, so, well, I've got kids. Okay, well, that's great. Take your kids out with you. It's not that hard. You say, well, you know, how can I go out, once every other week? Once every other week? That is nothing. That is nothing. Going out for an hour or so every other week for whatever, door knocking or Tuesday night or whatever the case may be, whatever the evangelism mode is, that's no time at all. You spend more time on that on TV and social media. In fact, the average American spends, I believe it's around 3 hours of TV every day, whether it's TV, movies, shows, streaming, and also spends 2 or more hours on social media every day, which is 5+ hours of useless, 5+ hours of vanity. Just yesterday, we spent less than 5 hours on evangelism. We traveled to 2 different cities. It involved, hour and a half of driving or so total, maybe a little bit more. 2 hours of actual evangelism, and all in all, that was less than the amount of time the average American spends on entertainment. If you go out for block work, that's probably only 2 hours, plus the drive to get there, so say 2.5 hours if you live close by, or not too far away. Maybe 3 hours if you live half an hour away. But that's not that much time by comparison. There's not that much time when you consider how worthless Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, all of these things are. You say, well, I just watch wholesome movies. Yes, and those are also worthless. Much better to spend your time redeeming on something a whole lot more of eternal value.